man, I don't know if I want to be, like, happy or sad or, like, whatever. Is that even an emotion that people feel towards the Canucks nowadays? Let's talk about the Vancouver Canucks, because yesterday on the Sportsnet Hockey Night in Canada kind of segment, Elliotte Friedman revealed to the media what exactly it is the Vancouver Canucks are planning to do in terms of the trades, in terms of the trade deadline, and in terms of what they actually have in store. So, let's go over onto Brendan Batchelor's Twitter account, because he tweets it out right here, and this tweet kind of got people talking. Hockey Night in Canada's Elliotte Friedman reported that the Canucks, who were taking calls on their pending UFAs, have decided to wait to make moves with the run the team has gone on. And there are so many implications behind this one little tweet. Obviously, he's kind of just tweeting what Friedman said, but the Vancouver Canucks are in a position where now, after having people calling them about their pending UFAs, like Tanner Pearson, for example, like maybe Alex Edler, I don't know, maybe Brandon Sutter, maybe Jordy Ben, maybe Travis Hamonic, these expiring UFAs on the Vancouver Canucks, after teams were calling the Canucks saying, hey buddy, Jimbo, we want that guy, what's it going to take? After having these conversations, the Canucks are now going out there and saying, okay, no, hold up, guys. We started winning again. Let's not have this conversation now. We were good with selling a few days ago, but nah, we've just won like 7 out of our last 10. Let's go out there and just hold these conversations a little bit. And this is crazy because the Vancouver Canucks, for a good part of this season, were a bad team. They're still technically a bad team because they're not in the playoffs. They're still in that contention for that Luke Hughes lottery spot. But the fact is, they've started winning a lot more games. Against Ottawa, against Montreal, some of them, against Toronto as well. It's kind of crazy how they're starting to come together here. But they're in a spot where the plan apparently now appears to be, let's hold up, not talk about trading away our guys, let's just play because we've started to win again. And you know what? At face value, that doesn't seem like a bad thing. Oh, this team is adjusting to what exactly they're doing out there on the ice. They've started to win now, so why not give themselves another opportunity to go forward with a chance to make the playoffs and to do well and to do all this and all that with Sutter, with Pearson, with all the guys on the squad. And who knows what happens in the offseason. If we have another Toffoli, Tanev, Stitcher, Markstrom, Levo situation, then so be it. If we make the playoffs and we do something, it is fine. And that perspective is perfectly valid. You can go ahead and comment down in the comments if you have that perspective. Why not go out there and just try to win as many hockey games as you can? But I have a little bit of a different issue here, and this was actually mentioned by Samantha Chang on Rob Fay's The Nation show. Love the show, by the way. It's a great post-game event for all Canucks fans to tune into. But Samantha Chang on the show said this. She actually tweeted about it on Twitter a little bit afterwards. I said this to Rob Fay on the show earlier, but if you're going to suggest on March 5th that the Vancouver Canucks need another 2 years to contend, which is what Jim Benning did with that press conference, then winning 8 games in March should not change your approach to taking calls on UFAs on March 20th, 12 days later, unless you have no coherent long-term plan in place. Pretty much what she is saying is if the Vancouver Canucks said just under 2 weeks ago, yeah, we're going to contend in 2 years. That's the plan. The plan is for us to do things 2 years from now. Why is an 8-game winning segment that takes place less than 2 weeks after enough to change your entire perspective and saying, okay, no, we're not selling anymore, guys. Let's hold up. Let's try to win some more. Let's try to not sell our guys. We can re-sign Tanner Pearson when we get there. The top reply here from Grady is actually brilliant. I love it. This is what Ray Ferraro said on the broadcast, the no plan, where Jim Benning says in the press conference all those days ago, it was 2 weeks ago, not all those days ago, that, we live day by day. We take things as they come, which is why their long-term planning is so inconsistent. We ran out of time to sign Toffoli. You acquired him in February. The free agency period started, and Toffoli waited a few days before signing with Montreal. Of course you had time. This is the weird, day-to-day kind of system coming into place here when the Vancouver Canucks say 2 weeks ago that they're going to contend in 2 years, but now they're like, okay, hold up, we just won 8 out of 10 games. Let's not do that anymore, guys. Let's not go with the 2 year later plan and switch to the now plan because we can make the playoffs now, right? Like, what is this consistency, dude? Harmon Dale brought this up on the panel as well, and I think this is absolutely a great point to acknowledge that the Calgary Flames in 2015, they defeated the Vancouver Canucks in the first round. We remember that, right? It was the last time the Sedins were ever in the playoffs. It was with Radim Verbata and Burrows and Ryan Miller and Eddie Lack. Remember those guys? Yeah, that was that year. The Flames beat Vancouver. But you know what else the Flames did in that year? In March, they traded Curtis Glencross to the Washington Capitals in exchange for a second and a third round pick. The Calgary Flames are a living, breathing example that you can still make trade deadline selling trades and compete for a playoff spot at the same time. The Vancouver Canucks going out there and disregarding their 2-year plan because, we started to win now, is incredible because they still have the option to go out there and sell UFAs if they really wanted to. And again, the perspective of keeping everybody to try and go far into the playoffs and make a run and all that, that's valid. You have a point. But still, if the long-term plan involves being competitive in 2 years, why risk holding on to assets, losing them in the offseason, and getting nothing in return when the possibility presents itself today to trade some of these guys away for futures, for young guys? We know the Canucks were looking for a top 9, middle-aged, kind of young forward, right? That guy could help you out in 2 years. If you lose Tanner Pearson to free agency, he's doing nothing for you in 2 years when you said you were going to contend. Same thing for Hamonic, same thing for Ben, same thing for Edler. Now I know Tanner Pearson being injured complicates the situation a lot. It really does. But this Canucks team is still going out there winning games without Elias Pettersson. They're winning sometimes without Tanner Pearson. They're out here in a position where picking up Jimmy Vesey was like the best thing they could have done at the best possible time as well. This team still can be competitive without these big money contracts that other teams are probably asking you for. It literally happened with the team that defeated you in the playoffs in 2015 because they sold and still made it to the second round. So, for Jim Benning and the whole plan, it's really crazy how things go down, isn't it? Which is why I didn't want to say at the beginning if this makes me happy or sad. I'm just kind of dumbfounded, that this no-plan plan, where we live day by day and we say, we're winning now. Let's not trade away our guys, even though our plan is to be competitive in 2 years. Let's try to be competitive now and potentially sacrifice some youthful prospects and picks that we can get that will help us out in 2 years when we said we wanted to be competitive. You see where it's coming from now? Talk to me in the comments what you think. Short video, short gameplay here. I hope you enjoyed this video. Plus, my battery on my laptop is running out. I gotta plug this thing in soon. I hope you enjoyed this video. I already said that. So did Ash Rolls 99. And bye.